This conference will now be recorded.
Begin with the flag salute. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome everyone to the August 26, 2022 special Marion County Commission meeting. Begin with the few administrative issues.
Okay, so the first thing is, since we have two meetings, Monday and Wednesday, the action the board had taken was that there would not be a Monday meeting unless you all say you want one. So do we need a Monday meeting, or are we good to just go to Wednesday?
Commission good with Wednesday meeting?
As long as we get our budget stuff done today.
All right, commission consensus to meet on Wednesday and not hold the Monday meeting.
Okay, so that is at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock on August
Wednesday.
31st, Wednesday, August 31st.
Okay,
No meeting Monday.
we do have, I didn't bring them in here, but I put the minutes of August 22nd in your packet.
Commission had a chance to review the minutes of August 22nd.
Make a motion to receive them or accept them as presented.
Commissioner Dalkey made a motion to approve the minutes, second by Commissioner Crowfoot. Any corrections or discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion carried 5-0.
Okay, and I'll bring those in here for you
Okay.
to sign in a little while. I'll have them on my desk. So in the packet, you have information that I had already sent to you, but this is all the cash balances for the last few years by fund,
Yes.
actually by month and by year. So if you, as much detail as you might want there.
There's quite a bit there,
Yeah.
but I did find the year that I was looking back at somewhere back there, it was 1.5 or something like that. We was about the lowest we've been for when we started in January.
Okay, so anyway, hopefully that was helpful, what you needed there. And then I put in the most recent draft budget with the changes, was moving the, really I think the only change that had to be made was moving that $210,000 out of the general fund in the middle column for the health department purchase, that building purchase. Which increased your cash carryover a little bit in the general fund. And that was the only change. Toward the back end of the packet that I sent you, I did give you the comparisons, which I had sent to you earlier in the week. Basically, what we initially put in the budget for this coming budget is in the left column. The change caused by just moving on the ambulance department, changing the presented amount to step 12. That was the addition, and then so after that, countywide, 3% cost of living would cost throughout all funds $192,000-ish, and then 5% would cost about $305,000 additional from what you've already got in the budget. So I just wanted to put that in there for you. The last page of the packet is the actual publication that needs to go to the paper, and I'm hoping to send that today. I mean, I do need to send it today regardless.
It will be
but
sent
what I'm
today.
telling you is that no matter what you do with the salary line items, that it will not affect the overall expenditures of the fund. So that publication should be good to go at the 75.017 mils. I have checked everything again, and it does look to be correct. So really, if you make changes, you would be moving money out of cash into the salary line for the budget if you decide to do a cost of living or any other changes. You just cannot go above in any fund what we will be publishing.
Very good.
Okay?
I think that answers the questions that were being raised earlier.
Okay.
So let's start with the, question.
Motion to approve and send for publication and lock it in.
Very good. We have a motion from Commissioner Garion to move forward with the publishing of the budget as presented. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Becker. Discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion carried 5-0. We'll move forward with publication.
Okay. So I will do that, but I'm pretty sure Scott's gonna need to know what changes you want, because if you wanna make any changes for any of the lines, so that's kind of another part of what this meeting is for, so that because he'll make changes based on what you decide today, and then he can get it into a final budget to present to you before our budget hearing on the 12th, so, but he'll need time to make changes.
So are there any changes, Commissioners?
Do we have to set the COLA?
No, we can
We
take
don't
that
have
out of
to
cash
yet,
forward.
do
We can take that out of cash carryover.
Right, but if I was under the assumption that if you are gonna do it, you would wanna reflect it in the budget. So departments don't assume they have additional funds to spend on other items. But, I mean, you don't have to. I mean,
We need to decide whether we want 2% or 5% then.
Or if we need to lock it in the budget. I don't know.
You'd have to have it nailed down, not a range.
Well, that's what Tina's gone.
those are the numbers that I gave you.
Right, the commission
So-
requested a 3%, because information on 3% and information on 5%. And Tina's provided us with that information.
So basically, in every single fund, what would need to happen on the budget document would be, based on the decision that you make, we would go into the personnel line item and add the amount that is on the paper and subtract the amount from the cash carryover in that particular fund, based on your decision. Then it is in the budget, it's set aside, it's not gonna be spent on something else.
I don't know, I don't wanna be the bad guy here, but forego the cost of living, cause we did the ARPA. We're bringing the premium pay, we're bringing the step plan up. We're about to throw the step plan out the window, cause we're not paying enough. We gotta get,
One thing with the cost of living is when you do cost of living, it raises the ranges. So it would keep us more in line with the market.
It adjusts the pay.
It adjusts the pay plan by that percent as well.
So the pay plan would go up 5% if you did a 5% cost of
And
living.
then we take care of the employees that we have now, the premium pay, took care of our employees that aren't here anymore.
I see premium pay as retroactive. That was taken care of.
Yeah, that was kind of.
It's retroactive. Now we need to take care of employees moving forward.
Take care of it today.
Whether that be, I know in the past, you've done some, adjustment of say 30 cents an hour increase. Just an example of something that's been done in the past, or versus percentage. We asked Tina to come up with the percentage. I would like to at least move forward with a 5% cost of living, but still leave the door open if we would want to further look at other increases.
Well, I think over the next year, we'll be looking at increases.
Definitely.
In several areas.
But again, the key point for me comes back to Tina's point that it adjusts the pay scale, the pay plan up.
So when would that take effect, January 1?
We have it figured for the January pay period. And we did figure it with everyone included, that includes commission. So that's up to you whether you want that to stay that way. But it was just across the board.
I would take commission out.
I would agree that down the road, you're gonna have to look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Because
This is not the
you
answer.
aren't gonna give anybody the office.
There's other factors too.
There's other factors, but in the world that we live in right now.
Right.
Any action that you take today on the budget is not an automatic approval of the cost of living raise, it's just putting it in the budget. I would come back to you again in November or December, which is coming up soon,
Right.
to get an approval to move forward with an actual
Okay, so-
amount and who, and, you know, whether or not to include the commission.
Haven't we given cost of living before without raising the pay plan?
Way back in the past,
Yeah.
or if you do it by a cents per hour, it doesn't raise anything,
Yeah.
but the idea is that you wanna keep your pay plan on scale as much as you
Yeah,
can. So
not-
yes,
yeah.
we have before, and it causes the pay plan to get out of whack if you don't.
Yeah,
move
I'm just
the
saying, I
wages.
didn't realize that it's an automatic raise of pay plan, because I know we've done the cost of living without raising the pay plan, and I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. I'm just saying it's been done that way, and,
Not recent,
yeah,
yeah.
but
I've seen
the
some
pay plan
company
needs to
plan.
move up too. I'm not gonna say it don't, because that's just a fact. But, how much, yeah.
Well, I don't know what the expectation would be for our employees on COLA, but, I mean, even for 8%, we're gonna be under.
Right.
When they're looking at 8.5% to 9% COLA
Right.
for the year.
But again, doing nothing is the answer.
In favor of 5%. Make that motion to do it, put a 5% COLA into the budget.
Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Crowfoot to put the 5% COLA into the budget. Is there a second?
Let's talk about it a little more.
Okay, well, I'll second it, and then we can have discussion.
I'm not saying which amount is right or appropriate, because there probably isn't a right or appropriate. I will be in favor of a COLA. I'm just not sure on the 5%, if we're looking at doing more adjustments down the road in some of our departments to either keep employees or get a prospective one. That it justifies the 5. I mean, I'd like to give our employees as much as we could, but I just think we're gonna be looking at adjustments now for the next year.
Sure, 5% is gonna drop our cash forward down to $1 million flat. Talk about the healthy general fund overall. I mean,
We don't want to, yeah, that cannot be strangled, because then we're up against the wall. It's like they've always told us, we can't walk down to the bank and ask for a line of credit.
no, it takes months and months on the general obligation bond, people get to get that. Well, again, this is to put a number in the budget. It's not the decision, it's not the final decision, but at least we'll have something in the budget.
I think with what we're looking at down the road, I would, and making a good faith effort to show our employees that we care, I might be in favor more of the 3% rate.
I would like to have some sort of cushion, because I don't know what the end of the year is going to be like. Go ahead with a 3, and if by the end of the third quarter or something like that, if we see that everything's going a little different, we don't know what the year's going to be like. Take a look at that 2% then maybe, and see if we know either when the budget time comes this time next year, we either take that 2% that's standing, or if we have to use it for what we done this year with the ambulance department. I mean, where it's gonna hit us, dispatchers, this and that over there, to think that they're,
Countywide.
yeah, think that they're underpaid. And I'm not gonna knock that or anything. I'm just saying that I'd like to have some money back there that I can use to do that with. So I'm looking at 3% myself.
Well, I think we'll take the vote. I think I know where the
Yeah,
votes
I
are
would,
falling.
so encourage 5%
Yeah.
because it's not gonna be what the rest of the world is getting, but it's gonna be, shows that we do care and we're trying to do something for everybody.
All right, I'll call the question. All in favor of the 5%, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say nay.
Nay.
Motion failed 2-3. Is there a follow-up motion?
I'd make a motion to go 3% cost of living
Okay.
at this time. The budget.
We have a Commissioner Bell made a motion for 3% COLA budget. Is there a second?
Also.
Second by Commissioner Becker. Further discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion failed 2-3. There will be no cost of living in the budget.
These are flexible. It's there, pull the cash forward.
Message is sent. What else do we have?
That was all I had. I was just trying to leave enough time for you to work on that. Unless you have anything else at the budget that you have concerns about or,
Guess not.
Can't think of
okay.
anything.
So, can you, who voted, in favor of the 3%? I didn't get that down. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. I don't know if you need a few minutes. I don't know if your whole
Yes,
panel is
let's-
here. If you
let's
want to go
bring in
into
the panel.
executive before and talk to them.
Let's bring in the panel and
Okay.
talk a little bit,
Let me-
and we'll be ready.
Okay.
You should get your sheet filled out.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Marcy.
Good morning.
Maybe, actually. Are you two okay to sit over here? and-
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been trying to track this guy down for a week already.
You haven't been able to find him.
Right here.
You haven't been able to
Now
find
what
him, not
are you
at
gonna
home
do?
in bed or at home with doctors, that's it.
Well, he's sick.
He retired from working, you know,
All right.
what happens then?
Do you know this? Yeah, that'd be great.
He's here.
Really?
I don't know where he's at.
$30 in that.
He was here.
Hi, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Great. How you doing?
I seen you all over the place the other day.
I get around.
Yeah, I was in Galva dropping off a motor, I seen you drive by. Come down. When I got back to town with the scissor lift, I see you drive by. And yesterday, old Wayne showed up out of nowhere, the drywaller from the Fine Arts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's what we were doing at Ampride, was sitting there talking to him.
You never know where I must sneak in from. Okay. We're just missing Chuck, I think he'll be here, so.
Did you guys see where he went?
He showed up.
It's all right, we're calm.
He was standing out there.
Entry.
He saw her coming in the rain.
Go ahead and go into a short executive session.
If you want to, and then, yeah, if we want to ask him.
I move that we recess an executive session in order to discuss process of interviewing candidates for emergency management director pursuant to KSA 75-4319B, item 1, personnel matters, non-elected personnel, with the commission, sheriff, Marcy, Ben, and Chuck. It'll be for, let's make it 5 minutes, and team from 8:50 to 8:55.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gary. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried. We'll be back at 8:55. Mr. Mash.
Can we get cameras off here in just a moment?
What's your answer? My answer to your question is, county's gotta look at all avenues save some money down the road. If it meant this, make that
This
decision.
conference will now be recorded.
Okay, we are out of executive session, no decisions made.
Right.
You want to make the motion to go back in, with the panel and the applicant, you can do that, and then I can have the applicant come in when we shut the door.
Sounds good.
Thursday or Friday.
I move that we recess the executive session in order to discuss an application for full-time emergency management director pursuant to KSA 75-4319B, item 1, personnel matters, non-elected personnel performance, with the commission, being Sheriff Chuck, Marcy, and the applicant for 45 minutes. We'll start at 9 o'clock, come out at 9:45. Second by Commissioner Gearing. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried 5-0.
You're good to go.
All right, we're out of executive session, no decisions made. I move that we recess into executive session in order to discuss interview candidate for emergency management director pursuant to KSA 75-4319B, item 1, personnel matters, non-elected personnel, with the commission, Sheriff, Chuck, Marcy, for
And the
10 minutes.
And the applicant.
And the applicant, yes, thank you, Tina. That would be important. For 10 minutes, 9:49 and 9:59.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Gary. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried. We'll be back at 9:59.
It's a good questions.
Yeah.
Tough ones.
I was scared.
Okay, yeah. Chairman, you're on.
We're out of executive session, no decisions made.
She was probably backing off a little bit.
I move that we recess into
You've been
executive
questioned by
session
her
in order to
before.
discuss an interview with the emergency management director position pursuant to KSA 75-4319B. Item 1 for personnel matters of non-elected personnel performance, with the commission, Sheriff, Ben, Marcy, Chuck, and the candidate for 45 minutes from 10 o'clock to 10:45.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gearing. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried. We'll be back at 10:45.
That's why he gets that extra pay.
Okay, you're on.
Okay, we are out of executive session, no decisions made. We're going to recess for 14 minutes. We'll be back at 11 o'clock.
One more.
One more today, but 2 more apps.
More after that.
Okay, you're on.
All right, the recess is over, and we are going to go into executive session. I move that we recess into executive session in order to discuss interview candidate for the emergency management director position pursuant to KSA 75-4319B, item 1, personnel matters, non-elected personnel performance, with the commission, Sheriff, Ben, Marcy, and Chuck, and the candidate for 45 minutes from 11 o'clock to 11:45.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gearing. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried 5-0. We'll be back at 11:45. Okay, we are out of executive session. No decisions made. I move that we recess to executive session in order to discuss interviews for emergency management director position pursuant to KSA 75-4319B, item 1, personnel matters, non-elected personnel performance, with the commission, Sheriff, Ben, Chuck, Marcy, and the candidate for 10 minutes from 11:48 to 11:58.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Becker. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried 5-0. We'll be back at 11:58.
Yeah.
Come back in. Before we come on.
Tina's such a good sport.
All right.
What's that?
All right, out of executive session, no decisions made. We have Gayla. Someone get Gayla.
Yeah, let's turn the mic.
Gayla, your turn.
Hey, yeah. I just have to sit over there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pausing.
Pausing.
That's, well, no, we got other people in the room for something after.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. Just for executive session.
So what can we do for you today?
Galen's gonna need an executive session for FMLA.
Oh, that everybody else is leaving.
Yeah.
So we'll be back, we'll be right outside.
You can leave your stuff.
About 15 minutes.
Just in case.
What do you think?
I guess I.
Of course, mine will.
Oh,
Well, probably 5 or 10 minutes,
Okay.
Tell me when.
Okay,
just not yet.
all right.
I move that we recess an executive session in order to discuss personnel matters pursuant to KSA 75-4319B. Item 1, personnel matters, non-elected personnel with the commission, Gala and Tina, for 10 minutes from 12:03 to 12:13.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Dalkey. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. 5-0. We'll be back in 10 minutes at 12:15.
Thank you.
Okay, everything's on.
All right, we are out of executive session, no decision made. And I would move that we provide intermittent FMLA leave for a qualified employee. Second by Commissioner Becker. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0.
Okay,
Good luck, Gayla. Good luck.
thanks.
Going to our prayer.
All right.
Ready now?
Yep. We were getting copies, so let me see where we are on
Okay.
those. Both of these, oh yeah, never mind. Well, I'll bring the copies in after you go into closed session.
Lost one.
Two.
Did you hide them in your office?
No, there's nowhere to hide over there, I've tried.
There's a vault over there.
The truth comes out.
Just pull the boxes down on top of you.
At least we don't have no more hidden cats here.
All right,
Or cats. She likes to hide cats in
We'll have one more executive session. I move we recess an executive session in order to review applications for candidates for emergency management director position pursuant to KSA 75-4319B. Item 1, personnel matters and non-elected personnel performance with the commission, Sheriff Ben, Chuck, Marcy, for 10 minutes, from 12:15 to 12:25.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gary. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion carried. We'll be back at 12:25.
It's up to y'all.
All right, we're out of executive session. No decisions made. Any other discussion, public comments? If not, I move to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gary. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay.
I'll never take that.
Motion carried.
you.
Thank you
and Marcy
again.
need to have lunch together and talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. There's nothing wrong with the secondary.
Yeah.